Living the new era, introducing a new method of healthy lifestyle in order to retain your well-being, which in turn support you in maintaining your ideal weight. Towards the end of the second lockdown during the pandemic period 2020-2021, we've since gained way too much weight due to the negligence of our health welfare, spending less time outdoors and being at home constantly. Hence, in order to revert back to a healthy way of living and not to lose all the efforts we have put in since the last decade, we seek professional dietitians' guidance and have since discovered a lot can be done. That is why it has brought us here today to share with you something quite new and perhaps special for some of you.
We know that adequate consumption of minerals, vitamins, water, vegetables, fruits, etc. is essential. Apart from all of that, the daily exercises, mild or intense, are also vital. Nonetheless, very so often we tend to forget to remember that the number of hours of sleep means a lot too. To put this into well balance, we can sum up that sufficient food and water intake, sports as well as abundant of sleep every night is a perfect outcome to our best health. The most recent findings we have made was an extremely interesting topic that draws us to employ that as our lockdown experiment. What is it, and how do we go about with it? It is common what fasting is, but what about interval fasting? Have you ever heard of it? This is a very effective way with simple steps. It can relieve busy people like ourselves to improve or to change our habits in terms of sustainable food intake and passable rest or sleep on a daily basis.
There are two approaches provided for experiment. The initial one is to fast on weekends whilst eating your normal and regular quantity of meals during the week. We came to the conclusion that it is too confusing for our body to comprehend that the body needs to take in food as usual on 5 consequent days and then completely opt out on regular eating and only take a quarter of your usual quantity. This method may be functionable. However, it is very strenuous physically and mentally during the initial state as well as on a long-term basis. Hence, we decided upon the second method of interval fasting. This process is easy for our body and mind to follow. In fact, most people might have already been practicing it, but it wasn't scientifically made known then. How does this superb method work? You could either work on the plan alone or with a partner. If you are a couple, it is wise to make sure both of you agree to the same approach. This second method is also called 16-8. What does 16-8 refer to? It is the number of hours between your daily meals and your no dietary activities. 16 is your fasting number of hours, and 8 number of hours between your meals, be it breakfast and lunch or lunch and dinner. So, we have agreed upon omitting breakfast, which is normally quick, light, and sweet. So, we would use the morning hours to either work out, rest more, go to work, or do your household chores. By midday, for instance, at 12 p.m., that will be our first meal, be it a lunch or a brunch. We will still resume food of our choice. Watch on the amount of it if you like. And the next meal will only be our dinner before 8 p.m. Some may think that eating late might be an issue. That is adjustable to your comfort zone. Just remember to keep your 16-8 interval. You can try out at 14:10 for a start. That way, it won't be too hard on us.
Make your mark and try it out. You have to do this interval fasting experiment for at least 4 weeks to see the changes made. We have just started our 14:10 experiment, so in a month's time we will let you know.
And M.L.G.A will want to know yours too. So click and give us a thumb up, like our channel and podcast, but also provide us your 16-8 experiment in our comment section. See you soon.